Okay, guys, welcome back to the Road to ETX, sponsored proudly by Omen by HP. It is your grand finals. It's going to be your best of a seven between Temp Name and Team Forbidden. Joining me, of course, is a two rounds. We're finally at the grand final.
We're here. We
We're
are
here at
indeed here.
last.
The best of seven. Bear in mind, grand final. Oh, it's going to be. Hopefully, it's just going to be a good, even fight. Clean fight, lads. Like the same box I want. Clean fight. No dirty tactics.
No low blows.
No low blows.
No cheesy tactics. Come on, like plain fair fighting. But as you can see, the pick and ban list has come into effect, and Team Forbidden, of course, are going to have the first pick, and they're going to straight away eliminate Temple of Anubis.
No Sombra. No Sombra then for the 2CP. And Temp Name, do not. It looks like they've been trying to avoid King of the Hill maps. I think, like I mentioned today, I think that just comes down to the skill. Maybe Temp don't want to just have it go down to skill. Maybe they feel like if they're fighting someone on an equal skill level, that it could go either way, and they always want it to be. You want it to be a guaranteed or close to as a guaranteed win in your favor.
Yeah, I definitely agree on you. I feel like King of the Hills are more individual skill-based maps. Like you can work as a team, like only a little bit in like them maps, but it's more the individual style. While like the payload is a more of like objective focused style game mode, where you can work as a team much more easier.
Yeah, and I think like King of the Hill just works so well in any format because there's no really tactics involved. You just have to call out where people are or what your priority target is, and that's it. It's done. But I think we actually may start getting onto the map soon, where with regards to what we'll be playing, I think once one more map gets banned, we'll be looking at our R7 and then going from that point onwards.
Well,
so no Gibraltar.
Yeah, no Gibraltar, no Red 66, no Volskaya, no Nimbani, no Ilios, no Anubis. I'm expecting maybe Hanamura to disappear again. I don't think people are comfortable yet. Team Forbidden got rid of Hanamura. So you're going to have at least two King of the Hill maps. And we have a King's Row and a Hollywood. Oh, we haven't seen these maps today.
Well, we're starting off with Eichenwald in regards to which ones we have seen today. We've seen quite like Hollywood we haven't seen, Kings Row we haven't seen, Oasis, Nepal, and Lijiang are all ones that we haven't seen either. So the first two maps is we're going to go from Hybrid to King of the Hill, and if they pick Dorado, then it's going to be Escort and just go down in that order. But because there's no one map advantage because we never had an upper bracket or a lower bracket, so it's going to be the first 4 maps is probably going to be key. I think Nepal is where we may see a proper fight, if that makes sense. Again, because it goes down to the mechanical skill of each player.
Yeah, of course, I'd definitely agree on that. So Eichenwald, Nepal, Kings Row, it's good to see also different maps being used. Like we haven't seen any of these maps today. We've seen Eichenwald, we've seen Dorado, but we haven't seen like this. It's gonna be different. I like this idea as well. Like both teams maybe have picked more favorable maps they used to, or got rid of some of the ones. So like, especially for like Route 66, maybe Team Forbidden weren't comfortable on that, seeing how Temp played on the last round of it, so they decided to cancel out.
Yeah, and we've actually seen Oasis could possibly see Oasis if it goes all the way. Because what's our order now? Kings Row, Lijiang, Hollywood. So we're going to get 2 King of the Hill maps pretty early on, and I think that is where it's going to lie, because Oasis could be the final map. So if it goes, 4 and 3 and 3, then it'll be down to Oasis will be the decider, and that's when we get to see who can outdo who.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very interesting final. Like, looks like I think Team Forbidden are finally going to get their first like challenge. Is probably the best way of saying it. They've cruised through the bracket really well. They've done everything very, very good.
And we did have a little poll on just before, and I think it's went from being near enough 100% on the side of temp and who was going to win, and then it went to 43% for Team Forbidden.
Yeah, it's very very, very interesting to see what's
Don't
gonna be
worry,
done.
Forbidden. The community's behind you. At the end of the day, they want you to win.
The community is behind you, of course. But just give us a few minutes, guys. So we're just going to be getting the maps ready to go, etc., etc. But what we're going to do is, I think, we'll go to one more quick commercial break while we get everyone into this lobby. Like, we can to show the lovely support that Omen by HB do for all their PCs, of course. So we're going to go a quick ad break, and then we'll come back into it, and hopefully everyone will be ready for map number 1. So stay tuned, guys.
Oh, no, 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 no,
no! Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? You need a machine that can keep up with you. This is the new Omen X. All those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the Omen X. Dominate the game.
Where they don't even need support. So it's a case of once you find that essentially key, it's basically you should find that you have a much more of a easier fight, or at least a fairer fight, we should say, because these people, anything past masters or high diamond and above in the ladder, you should already have enough mechanical knowledge of the game. It just goes down to mechanical skill and how you work in a team. And all these players are either top 500 or GM, or very, very high masters, verging on GM. So it's just a case of coming together and see whose team works better. Remember, the temp is a mix, and Forbidden is are a group of guys that have been playing together for a little while now. So temps is a very, like we saw what Eminem were made up of at Epic, that Eminem were a mix but of very, very skilled players. And if you're in a team that's got that synergy and they're also highly skilled as well, it should outdo the mix that's highly skilled. But then again, the mix that's highly skilled has got LAN experience. So it's just weighing up the pros and cons of both team. I think temp just have that little bit of an edge. Like Luke's played at top tier against tier 1, tier 2 teams and very high skilled teams. In Forbidden, they're just trying to get their foot in the door, but this might be like, if they can prove that they can take a map or beat Temp, which is full of some very well-known players, then that may be their step up that they need to go to start giving themselves a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah. So, guys, tune in. Well, here we go. It's gonna be your grand final between Team Forbidden and Temp. Or Team Temp, I'll call them. It's going to be a best of 7, proudly sponsored by the guys from Omen by HP. Remember these guys, whoever win today will be winning the tickets for all 4 days of EGX. And EGX is a great place to go, guys. It's like fantastic to see all the new games, all the new equipment coming out as well as entry into the grand final tournament itself on the Sunday. So both teams are going to be saying good luck, have fun, and we should be getting ready to go any second 2 rounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's an online competition without delays, eh? It wouldn't be a competition if there wasn't any delays.
Yes, indeed. So,
okay,
right.
Let's go.
There we go. I did think that. 2 rounds forgot. I think that he was hosting the lobby.
Yeah, my mistake.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so this is going to be map 1. It's Icon World. It is a hybrid style map where you have a capture point first, and then you have to escort the payload all the way to the end. But I want to see what both teams are playing. I think Team Temp are going to be playing this very seriously. Like, you got iLuke, who's going to be sitting straight away on to his main favorite. He's going to actually change his mind. Going to go for the Mercy instead of the Lucio. But Fusion has been deadly on that Winston all day, and I'm looking to see him continue to do more damage.
Yeah, and we see the Orisa coming out for Varric, which is unusual. Normally, like would see Orisa, but it's still in spawn. So I think it was just a case of just for the stream and just for the lulz, and he's gone for your typical 2-2-2 version of the dive.
Okay,
so
one question for you.
Yeah.
Who is your main key player for each team? So for me, it has to be Larson. Larson went absolutely ridiculous for Forbidden on that Genji. But it's got to be Fusions for me on the side of Temp.
I think in the first few maps on the side of Temp, it was Mikey A. And I'd agree with you on the side of Forbidden that it's Larson. For that would essentially be their MVP. And you've always got to have an MVP on the team. And it's normally someone on the DPS role that's able to be the standout celebrity essentially for the team.
So I like what they've done already. They're going, so Smex and Luke are going to combine using the traditional pharmacy as you were talking about earlier in the day. And it's very annoying as well, just trying to get people off the top ledge. Like, you could easily do a rocket into him. Going to be forcing this soldier off the payload. Smex is going to pick up one on relief. You're going to make that double kill. Dids is going to take out Link as well, as only going to have their going in. But Larson sitting there on the Genji, been very strong contender for MVP of the day, and he's still continuing to impress.
Yeah, and that was a good hold on the side of Forbidden. They knew exactly where their target priority was. They knew that if the Pharah's not getting any damage or any splash damage on them, that she's not really too much of a threat, and that the bigger threat really is Hypoc and Mikey A, and that's who they've got to take out first.
Yes, Mikey A is probably one of the bigger ones. Same here though, Smex is doing incredible damage right now on this Pharah in support with Luke as well. They're going to be targeting this Lucio. Lucio is going to go down, so always is going to go down. D.Va's going to be popped out in the mech, and that is going to be all the players essentially dead, and they're going to be forced away on this point, as it looks like Temp are going to be taking this first point.
Yeah, and they didn't take it on the first push, so it's probably Temp used to taking people on the first push on maps, as well as how Forbidden was earlier in the day against Identity. So it's just a case of now they're like, okay, they're providing a little bit more of a fight. Let's push back. So it's a case of going up that ceiling. Like, we'll raise the ceiling for you then if you're going to be like that. See if you can break through this. If you can't break through this ceiling, then we're going to keep it there until either you learn to break through it or we just roll you throughout the match, just keeping it at this level.
Specs does get essentially a 1-for-1 trade on his ultimate, but Mikey A is once again just sitting here on the Tracer right now, going to be chasing the Lucio, going to be taking him out as well, taking good support with the Zen in effect, making that a double kill, going to be going to stick as well there. That's 3 down already, making that 4 for the side of Team Forbidden, and it looks like they're in trouble already, as the second point is going to give them such a huge time to respawn back into the game.
Yeah, and you see Mikey doing his job as Tracy. He will go into the back line, quickly scout, try and get a pick if he can on the Zen. If he can't, he'll just give out the information to the rest of his team and just try and relay it back so the team can follow up and he can get that support from them.
So Luke's gonna have a double ult like coming into effect, like double res coming in. Smex is still gonna be in the air though right now in support with Luke. They haven't really got anyone to deal with him right now. They've got the soldier, but the soldier's dealing with too much damage going into effect. Lucio's gonna try and get away, which he does. He manages to survive, and you've got a Winston on Winston battle going on. That's fusions going down with the D.Va sitting there as well there, but it's just a combination of like the farm, as we said, pharmacy. It's a very dangerous combination, which some people just don't know how to deal with.
It is a dangerous combination, but it's kind of you've got to try and isolate the Mercy as much as you can. It's like Smek's only got another 1 kill from his ult, and that's probably one of the issues. But Mikey is quickly able to pounce on to the side of Relief and always Edgy, and this is how it is. It just seems that the focus on the side of Temp is a lot more clean and cut than what it is on the side of Forbidden, and they are still giving them a fight. I mean, they've not yet contested or capped the second point, and they're not really dealing with Luke either. Luke's able to get his ult so quickly and keep the team fights going. It's almost like the side of Temp is playing around Luke, and Luke's like the sun. They all gravitate around him so that he's not out by himself, or no one can get to him so easily.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I think that I haven't really seen him even be touched at the moment in like regarding into this game, and he's just doing such a good like support in general, just sitting back with the Mercy, gonna have the res available right now, as well as Larson is picking up kills like in the same time, but it's with his teammates not picking up enough like to being able to support him. I just feel like this just it's gonna be big trouble coming into this next fight.
Yeah, and the thing is, Luke's like just sitting in the back. No one's really bothering him. Able to just get his ult charge up so quickly. I mean, the Discords are getting chucked on him all the time, but no one's able to follow up on the Discords. And it's just allowing for the steamroll to come through from Hypoc and Dids.
Hypoc just picking up a quad kill, unbelievable, just swiping left and right through the enemy in combination with Mikey A, just doing so much damage that it's literally they only have to be tapped once to kill him, and now they're just going to try and trap him into the spawn. Hypoc though did go for the ultimate, did not be able to get it into effect right now, as Relief is going to be stuck in his space, and the point is only 3 meters remaining. There it's going to pick up a double kill, and that first time Luke's finally gone down with the support, and now they're going to be chasing Team Temp down. Just 1 player remaining, and just like that, it's almost a full team wipe cleared.
Yeah, but only 3.35 meters to go, which is one team win. Team fight win, sorry, and you're already going to close that gap. The fact that it just makes it awkward that it's just round the corner, so it's more defense favored now in the side of Forbidden, and Forbidden are going to try that. Looks like they are trying their absolute hardest just to give Temp a run for the money, but they've got to be really careful in this team fight.
Like one ult is available for each side, as both ults are going to be like going in right now. Hypoc is going to be picking up 1. Smek's going to pick up a 2nd kill. Tranquility is going to be coming in effect of Did, as Hypoc is going to be having his ultimate as well. However, Reef is going to shut him down. Fusions is in the back though with the Winston, doing immense damage. Combination with Dids, and all the kills are going in favor of Team Temp, and just like that, it's a simple 3-0 for Team Temp, and Forbidden, a lot of work to do.
And in that case, it was 1.5 minutes left. It's still a good amount of time. Essentially, you're giving yourself 3 pushes on point 1 if Forbidden are able to take it to 3-0 as well. So it'll be interesting to see if Forbidden are able to push them all the way to the end and then go on to see. Then it definitely goes down to your time bank. If Forbidden do it in overtime, then they'll have 2 pushes. If they do it with enough time and out time temp, then you're going to be looking at probably a very even fight.
Yeah, it could be a very even fight. It's going to be interesting to see if they stick with these builds right now. I'm not sure if they're going to in this effect, but guys, I want to see in the Twitch chat, put hashtag for Forbidden if you think Forbidden can make the comeback, or put hashtag temp if you think temp are going to be easily taking this first map.
And you see on the side of temp that they're running a very similar comp to what Forbidden was. Instead of having the Zen, they've swapped it out for Dids on the Ana, and for the side of for the side of Forbidden, I probably don't think we'll see their heroes come into effect until probably the last 10 seconds. I actually know they always want to go for Orisa, Mei, Bastion, Torb, Widow.
Now,
Reaper.
do you think is he gonna play him? No, I thought not. Players love to keep us second guessing when they are playing us. But here we go, second side coming into effect. Team Forbidden are going to be on your attacking side, and they're going to have to get all 3 points with still 1.5 minutes remaining, which is easily doable 2 rounds, but it's going to take a lot of work. As just like that already, Smex is going to take out Bad. That's going to be one of your supports gone. Larson's going to be taken out by Mikey. Make that 3 kills already for Smex. 4 kills. Hypok going to be taking out Edgy as well. That's both your supports already gone. Very's got no option but to jump off this map, which he's going to do and force the reset for the whole team. And just like that, just super aggressive from Attempt, saying this is our ground, this is our final, and we want to win this.
Yeah, and I think it was down to Mikey at the start. He went in, scouted, saw where they was all coming from, because the Tracer spotted him on the side of Forbidden in relief, spotted Mike. Mike backed off, relayed the message. They waited for them to come into a bit and then pounced, and they counteracted the dive.
Once again, like Mikey A taking out the Zen in the back, very simple, and just like 4 kills going in the favor again of Forbidden. I'm Forbidden of Temp, and Vary's going to pick up 1 of Dids, but these trades are not just going in favor at all right now for Forbidden. They're getting maybe one or 2 kills, but right now it's almost impossible to deal with this, as they let Bear in the out of her Diva mech just waste some time, so force the respawns to come back into effect, while Luke is going to go back into his spawn to get his teammates straight back into the fights.
Yeah, it's normally you taxi on the Lucio, you wait for your, get your teammates back into the fight as quickly as possible, and you just try and got to make something of it. And it's at the moment, they've got to get that kill feed going all blue in the side of Forbidden, and at the moment it's just seemed that they're being outmatched by both Smex and Mike are always on that kill feed, always picking up the kills at least.
Yeah, so Hypok is picking up, just going in, swiping with the Genji, just going through enemies, and then you got the Tracer behind you, doing constant damage. Diva's it's gonna be very smart. I'd have to go back and see that. Smex sent his Diva ultimate self-destruct into the air and picked out the Mercy and the Pharaoh. That's probably the first time I've ever seen that used in that manner.
Yeah, it's you can normally see it happen on the Nepal as well. On Village is like the Diva alley-oop or slam dunk it over the buildings to see if she can go, because you'll hear it, but you don't know where it comes from until last minute. So it's,
here we go. Hypox is gonna be an Anabis. Sorry to 2 rounds. He's gonna be picking up 1 kill. Just gonna be looking for relief. He doesn't see him, but his teammate Fusions is gonna be diving straight in to pick up relief. Once again, Badu on the Mercy just completely shut down, not going to even get that opportunity to use the rares available, and with only 50 seconds left, this is looking troubling for the side of Forbidden.
Yeah, it's kind of forbidden at the moment. You'll have the Lucio ult, which you'll most likely want to engage with now, so you're not really getting given an opportunity to survive much in these fights. And then you've got Larson, a lot of it is death from above, and probably you're hoping that your soldier will quickly get the visor up.
But here we go. Lucio's going to be dropping the beat for Forbidden. But as we were saying that, Fusions is already on the case of there. He's going to take him out, in fact. Larson's going to be sitting on your Pharaoh, going to be trying to get one kill. However, blows himself up, unfortunately. Not the best idea to do, especially with only 5 seconds remaining. Lucio is going to go down as Fusions is going to take him out. Badu manages to get Larson back up, but the Mercy is trapped in the back. The ultimate did come in from Larson, not going to be able to, only going to be able to connect with one, as the kill feed is just going too much in favor of Team Temp, and they're just struggling. Ultimates are going to be going left, right, and back and forth, but in the case of this, it's just the Lucio remaining, and it just favors too much for the side of Team Temp. The ultimates are in their favor, and the spawn time is in their favor as well, and overall, it's just what caught them out in the end.
I think what it is they were just knowing when to pounce onto the side of Forbidden. It's like they were just waiting to spot out where either your Zen would have been lacking in the background, or your Lucio, and just trying to catch him off guard. And that's where it's been. Even though they were playing aggressive, Temp was still being coordinated, and they were always controlling the pace, and they were always controlling how the game went in their favor. And that's basically the thing with Dive, is you've got to know when to not overstay your welcome and get in and get out, basically. And that's essentially what they was able to bring to the table in regards to Temp.
Yeah, I could definitely agree on that, but that's going to mean Team Temp are going to be up 1-0 in your grand final spot. And of course, the whole event itself is sponsored by Omen by HP, who make some fantastic computers and laptops, which of course the winners of the whole main tournament will be winning these lovely laptops. And of course the main winner of the whole tournament will be winning, or the main MVP will be winning, an Omen X machine, which I would absolutely love to have at home, just sitting there. But map number 2 is going to be Nepal. First time today we're going to be seeing a King of the Hill map. 2 rounds. Do you think that we'll see anything different?
We could possibly see the more just Tracer on Tracer, Genji on Genji fights, and you'll probably see the 2-2-2. Or if Temp are wanting to run really aggressive, they'll probably go 1-3-2, which is probably the most likely outcomes on the side of both teams here.
Are you expecting to see a potential Roadhog or Orisa come into the fray? Especially when you got for these you got the environmental kills more as a big favor, like especially on this first map, especially in the middle point. Like you can easily drag it off with the Roadhog, you can knock them off with a Pharah. There's many options available.
I'd say on this map, yes. Because the Hog and the Orisa can normally work quite well, especially when the pit in Sanctum, and it's normally when you'll see a Lucio run as well. The Lucio will go in to get the boops, and maybe Varric will stay on the Hog and show us what hooking skills he's got, and try drag someone down from pillars into the pit, or if he's sees an ulting soldier or whatever, just tries near the pillars. We'll just try and get that cheeky hook. The hook will just interrupt the ult, and it'll just, if he can time it right, it'll just you're taking one person out the fight straight away.
There you go. The fights are going to be underway already. You're going to have, you're going to have an Orisa. That's going to be Fusions. Mikey A is going to be picking up one already, making Dids getting a double kill. However, Relief and Larson are going to be able to trade that, but Dids with that triple kill straight into effect, using great usage of the Discord Orb, supporting Hypox there as well. But however, Relief is going to be from behind, taking him out. So teams are trading these back into the fourth right now. You have got the Tracer still on point, which is going to be able to take out Hypox. However, Mikey A is once again available to support his teammate, and already Team Temp are going to be capturing the point.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've got to remember that there's going to be multiple fights in this. It's not a case of you've captured the point, you've won. This is because it'll switch quite often in normally games where players of this high skill will be playing at. They won't, at this phase, they won't really care who takes over the point. It's more when you'll see it get 70-odd%, 80-odd%, where teams will be fighting to try and control that point a lot more.
So I like the idea that Luke is playing as well, playing the Sombra, and he's just constantly hacking the healing point for the enemy in the enemy's team space, and it's such a frustrating matter because a lot of teams will go back to grab that, and if it's not available, then teams are going to charge you down. I also like Specs on this Junkrat, bouncing like the little turret off the wall. There's almost no possible way to get in on the front entrance. You have to go around the back.
The thing is, I think what people forget is how powerful Junkrat is. I mean, his ult, for one, I believe does 400 damage straight up. And it does a little bit less if it explodes while it's in the air. But, you know, Junkrat is incredibly powerful at times. And especially when working down a Winston shield, especially when Junkrat got the buff that he doesn't damage himself anymore.
But here you go. Luke pops Sombra's ultimate, dropping the MP. You're going to have a Dragon Blade coming in. It's going to be at least a triple kill coming in the effect of Hypox. And that was brilliant. That was a lovely setup as well. You had the Genji sitting in the corner. Sombra was like completely invisible. They did not realize that it was coming. Tranquility came in as a distraction, and then the MP came in, and then the Dragon Blade. So 3 ults did get used. However, as we were saying, like as we can say 2 rounds, like these ultimates can be like regained very, very quickly by these characters.
Yeah, especially when you're looking at Sombra. Sombra will gain hers very quickly, and Genji can gain his really quickly as well.
So Forbidden, it's gonna boost the Winston of Link, but unfortunately it's not going to be able to set up as Orissa's ultimate has been popped, which is going to give everyone a massive boost. Diz is going to take out Relief as well. Beautiful shot as well. Oh, absolutely. Once again, doing so much damage to Diz. Taking out a lot of the people, like doing most of the damage to Larson there. And just like that is 1-0 straight away in the favor of Team Temp.
Yeah, and we could see, you know, how the fight goes on with regards to different maps, because each map there's like, you know, there's obviously different entrances, but you'll see how teams like to play on Village, like how someone plays on Village. You could easily go up 2-0 up in this map and then get reverse swept. So it can happen, and I'd like to see it happen. But if it does or not, I think what it is they're putting so much aggression and focus onto Forbidden that Temp they're giving so much space to Mikey, Fusions, all just to do exactly what they want in the team. So
I like what Smex is doing here. He's going to be rocking the Bastion on an early game. However, unfortunately they weren't really that caught out this time by Team Forbidden. However, the damage is going to be there. Larson is going to be sitting up top. We're going to get shut down by Dids once again, and just like that, Fusions is going to dive in. Great support coming in from his teammates, and Dids is doing amazing. Like he's getting, like I could also consider him an MVP at the moment of the day. His like support play on Zen has been truly phenomenal. Like discording every enemy, and especially attacking like the supports and getting rid, not just like showing him that Zen can be a great support, but also can be almost affect a great DPS.
Well, Zen's primarily more DPS than he is support. I mean, his only massive support factor is his Transcendence, and how if he can't get that, or doesn't get the chance to get that charged, then Zen's not really doing much. His discords are basically a massive arrow above an enemy's head, saying this is the guy I need to kill, and it just makes the job easier for all your DPS. But because Dids probably translates to his skills as a DPS onto Zen a lot easier than most, because Zen works very much like a DPS anyway.
See, I like Smex on this Bastion as well, showing like how good the Bastion can actually be on this map. Like, still his hip fire is a great asset to the team, and especially when you've got people like Winston, you've got people like Winston, you've got a Tracer in the effect as well, and it's just going to cause you more nightmares on anything.
Yeah, and the thing is, when Bastion ults, he gets their passive, I believe, taking 30% less damage as well when he's in his cannon form. So Bastion can be quite powerful, It's just a shame that they don't have a Anna on the team. So it's practically taking 80% less damage, and it's near enough impossible to kill.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I like what they do as well, like Team Temp. See, I like what Forbidden are doing as well. They're gathering as 6. They're gonna enter all together. Oh, that is super smart coming out of Smex. He literally just let everyone go by as Hypox picked literally another kill up. They've effectively just forced this D.Va into a corner, which is a little bit unfair, but it's also great support once again. Larson's going to be trying to pick up one, not going to be able to pick it up though.
Smex does fall though to always edgy, but I think it was a bit too late for them.
Yeah, so I think in the case of that, they just knew maybe it was a bit too late. So he just tried to pop it on and tried to get maybe some confidence back, taking out this Bastion. But it's been quite a dominating performance so far. And
I mean, like I said before, in Eichenwald, it was a case of you fight back against a team this good, then they're going to up and put the difficulty. It's probably they're not even showing all their cards at the moment. They're probably, to be fair to Forbidden are giving it their all. They're probably trying to go max out on their skill. But players that are playing on the side of Temp, it's going to be a case of they've probably got more levels they can go up to, and that's what they've done. They've raised the level, and Forbidden are like, oh, we need to step ours up. Can we give more out of our performance?
Oh, Smex just destroyed. He's there on the Tracer there. That's like beautiful headshot. And I think it's just the as we were like talking about at the start of the game, you've got 2 individuals who are going to represent the UK in the Overwatch World Cup later this year. And that just alone tells you something. You've got people who played in like big TV tournaments. You play like, it's just that in-game experience that maybe Forbidden haven't got, well, not really got to yet, but yeah, as you were talking about levels, like they haven't experienced that much pressure. Like it's a final.
I mean, it's a entirely different thing going to LAN, and the actual group stages for the World Cup start, I think, on the 13th of July. So literally, Smex and Mikey A will be probably flying off to Burbank in probably the next week or so, or a couple of weeks to go play in their group stages, and up against other people that are of a similar caliber to what they're used to.
Yeah, so it's going to be very it'll be fantastic to see how they get on. Like, I think the UK's got a good chance this year. I think, as long as we do really well in the groups.
We've definitely got a stronger roster than what we had last year. I mean, it's not 50-50. It's more of like these people are from pro teams, especially when you're Team France. You've just sent out the entirety of Rogue to the World Cup, which is basically what they did. But going back to it, it's just they're see, Linker and Larson have picked up a couple of kills, and trying to make something of it.
But unfortunately, it's just constantly being contested. And like Linker, yeah, as you can see, he is going to be discorded. Like Etty's going to be saying nice one, and it looks like they finally got the point at last. So this is going to actually finally force a Temp or Team Temp back into the place. But as I said, that Smex is going to get a double kill straight to effect, make that 4 kills, make that 5 kills. Hypox is going to also be in the Nano Blade or Dragon Blade, and just like that, it's a complete sweep.
Yeah, it's probably a case of Smex has been playing the Meh, he's been playing the Bastion, and Forbidden were like, we're not going to take that anymore. Let's step it up, and they've actually made Temp probably a bit late now, but made Temp respect them in a way.
Yeah, of course. So you can see, both teams are going to be contesting for this point. The bait is going to get dropped. Dids is going to pick up 1 kill. Smex is going to pick up another kill, but again, get traded out by there. Relief is going to pop his ultimate as well, going to be taking out Luke as well. So that's your support gun. Relief picking up a double kill as well. Probably going to be supporting his teammates. Fusion does decide to actually jump off the map and do a full reset with his team.
Yeah, and this is the thing that it's like not fusions. Forbidden have had to step up their game now, so this is where teams start to improve. It's like they're stepping up on the fly. It's like one team will raise their difficulty, so you've got to match it. Then once you match it, they raise theirs, and then it's always going to be that case until who can outperform who.
Yeah. So I'm watching Mikey play right now. Oh, Mikey A. And all he is doing is like he's just listening to his team. He's helping out like any people that have got about a third health. He's automatically going straight into them. Ooh, it was unlucky there. Unfortunately, Larson did try to get into the King of the Hill, but unfortunately, just like that, it's a 3-0 sweep, and this is looking troubling.
High puck again. With the
high puck again.
Yeah, working hard on those play of the games, mate.
And as we said again, like it's all Genji's such a huge player at the moment in the current meta of Overwatch itself. Like if you have a really good Genji, you can sweep and get away and do quite a lot of damage. It's very frustrating as an individual to play.
Yeah, definitely, and it's like Genji's seen a lot of play at the moment just because of how highly mobile he is, and the fact that he can double jump wall, essentially not wall ride, but climb up the walls. And it's just a case of Genji's utility along with Ana's, even though Ana has been practically nerfed to High Kingdom Come to be, essentially tuned. She's still very seen play because of her kit is very versatile. And that's what we're seeing at the moment. We're seeing those versatile characters shine. But I think at the moment we're just going to go for a quick break, and then we'll be right back in with King's Row.
Oh no, 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 no!
Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? You need a machine that can keep up with you. This is the new Omen X. All those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the Omen X. Dominate the game.
EX qualifier number 4. It's your grand finals between Team Temp and Team Forbidden. Unfortunately, Team Temp are up 2-0 right now, and we're going to be going straight to map number 3. It's going to be King's Row, our favourite 2 rounds.
Our favourite indeed. The map that we could consider the bane of our lives. But
I think this has been the most requested map or played map in the whole of the qualifiers in general so far. Probably what I'd say it's almost been in every single round.
I think at one point it was a case of, what was it, the group stages? Like every map was King's Row. something like that.
People love a good King's Row. And of course, guys, this is sponsored by Omen by HP. Be sure to check them out. They are, and also check out our website, road2egx.net, where you can sign up now for the 5th and final online qualifier. So if you think you can get 6 friends, or you've got a professional, or you got an org, or you got a good proper team going, sign up, give it a go. And you never know, you could win some fantastic tickets to 4 days of EGX action, as well as entry into the grand final to win some Omen by HP laptops, and of course the Omen X PC if you get MVP.
Yeah, and like we've mentioned earlier, it's just been good prizes to win all around. Like 1 free laptop if you win the actual tournament, and if you're granted the MVP of the entire series, then you don't even have to win for that one. That's just down to a vote of who you impress on the day.
Yeah, of course, guys. And one other sponsor we have to thank is Metabomb. Metabomb, who if you don't know too much, do Overwatch guides. So if you want to become the next Fusions on Winston, or you want to be the next Luke on like Mercy or Lucio, all you have to do is just follow the guides, and they're very extensive and they're very good and do multiple areas. But we're going to kick back into the action, as we've already seen 5 kills going in favour of the fact of Team Temp, and just like that, it's a clean hold. And I like this, Smex is sitting on the Torb with the turret available, so it's going to be very frustrating to deal with that.
That's the thing with Torb, is Torb can shut down flankers, especially weak ones like Tracer and Genji. His turret can just be too much of a pain for them sometimes. But you see Mike A doing his job, being such an annoyance to Tracer, and I talk about this all the time. It's like, if you're playing Tracer, you've got to be in the back line, picking either off the stragglers or communicating the stragglers at the back to your Genji. So if you've got a Genji on the team, your Genji can just dive and get the dash reset and just chain those dashes together.
Yeah, of course, but it looks like team. Well, it looks like the team of
Team Forbidden, Dave.
Yeah, thank you. Team Forbidden are going to look like they're going to potentially capture this point. There is the smallest bit available left into play. That is Luke with a huge biotic grenade going into effect, taking down 3 players, helping out Hypox and Fusions. They're going to be able to clear this point, and just like that, 2 rounds, it's still not captured. It'd be morally frustrating, especially for a player on the team of Forbidden, and seeing how close it was, and now it's just taken away.
I think what it was Smex just popping his ult, and when Torb goes molten core, everything speeds up for him. His health shoots up, his rate of fire goes absolutely through the roof, and it's just, you can just go in there spamming your right click and just absolutely wreck weaklings, or if a Tracer tries and gets up in your face, you can wreck them as well.
Yeah, of course, and Hypox is going to be sitting on the Dragon Bed. He was nano boosted, however, he didn't really use it too much into effect, but Fusions is going to be there. He is rocking his ultimate, is the Angry Monkey, just chasing all the players down, so Lina is going to be going down as well. Kills are going to go back and forth, but Tranquility is going to come into effect, so this is going to give more time for Team Temp to get back into the point. Both Tranquilities have helped into play. As ults are flying left, right, and center right now, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with only 1 minute 15 remaining. But Larson's going to get the first kill. However, Smex is going to be there instantly for the trade, taking out Larson as well, and Hypox is going to go down, but Smex is there once again, doing fantastic work on it, as the soldier is going to be able to get his ultimate again at any second now. Beautiful turn, making that a double kill as well, and just like that, he managed to pick up 5 of the 6 kills there, keeping his team alive.
Yeah, and I was on board with always edgy on the side of Forbidden, and that just looked absolutely chaotic. Probably when the Genji was ulting, I think he was on about 85% ult charge, so he was probably hoping for it to get his ult up quicker and just protect everyone from the Genji, but wasn't able to.
Yeah, most likely, but Smek is going to pick up 1 kill. Mikey A in the combination as well. And just like 20 seconds remaining, I feel so sorry. It's 99.9%
I've only just seen that as well. That's probably heartbreaking.
That's heartbreaking. That's got to be really heartbreaking. on the side of
Yeah,
Team
it's-
Forbidden.
It was just a case of you just needed someone from temp just to step off.
Like last chance coming into it, but Hybox is going to be nano boosted once again. He's going to be slicing and dicing with this Dragon Blade, going to be picking up a double kill once again. With Fusion's taking out Larson, Ultimate flying left, right, and center, and that's going to be potentially a full team wipe. Only the Tracer of relief available, but as I said, that Hybox is just going to slice straight through him, and it's a complete hold for Team Temp as they are going to be looking towards getting the third map win.
Now they've got to hold off what we know is a very aggressive Team Temp. On, no, literally, look, it's the yellow arrow is glowing, Dave. The yellow arrow is glowing, and they know
One more second, and they would have easily captured the point, and it could have been a different story. We never know, but that's just Overwatch. Like, I'm afraid now the issue is one bad team fight for essentially, like, if literally this could be it already. Like, Team Temp have such a strong command on the game. They've got 4 minutes to play with so much like the fight, and I'm concerned already.
Well, we've got to remember that if Temp win this, then essentially Forbidden have to win 3 maps back to back to take it to Oasis for a final map. That's basically the hole that Forbidden are in at the moment.
Yeah, that is the issue right now. But as we're talking about, Temp is showing all the traits of how good they are, even as a random core of 6 people that were brought together, I think, by Luke. It also shows how good they are individually and how quickly they can merge as a team. And this team looks very deadly to potentially take the whole tournament itself.
Yeah, I definitely say that they are one of the more deadly teams that we have seen throughout these online qualifiers. I mean, we thought, when we saw I don't know, play aggressive, that they were one of the ones to watch out and take Elysium for a run for the money. Now it's a case of, probably someone needs to take Temp on the line and take them a run for the money.
So it's also interesting to see, this is the first time I think I've seen the tank meta come out today. We got 3 tanks in effect played. So you got Smex on the Roadhog, you've got Mikey A playing on the Zarya, and then you got Hyper on the Reinhardt, which is gonna be, I'm guessing it's just maybe to support the Annas, like the Anna to quickly maybe get the nano boost, or the hook on to Tracer. But there you go, that's one of the main key differences, as you saw there. Like, Roadhog got the hook onto Tracer, and it's not a one-shot kill anymore.
Yeah, and I think at the moment they're just trying to see how it goes with try out Hog, because like I says, Hog has to play with his team now. And they're giving it a try and test the waters. We may see probably both Luke and Dids and all that switch up now. Smex has taken on his role. Mikey does flex between Zarya, and he's probably one of the best Zaryas for the UK or in Europe at the moment. And Dids, as he says, he's already proved himself. They're actually going triple support. Try have Dids as more of a DPS then.
Yeah, like nano boost. Oh, maybe not a nano boost today. Unfortunately, he did get shut down. But here we go. Nano boosted Reinhardt going to go charging into the Genji itself. Smex is going to pick up 1 as well. Mikey A is going to pick up that last and going to be chasing him down as well. Great support the bubble as well. 4 players are going to go down with just Edgy on the point right now. This is not looking good. 6 players are down. Oh, Smex, beautiful shot there. Going to be having fusions. Going to be trying to finish the whole game here, and I think they've done it. 2 rounds. I don't generally think any opportunity, and the sleep on the Tracer. I don't think there's really that much opportunity remaining now. Zarya is going to be popping Graviton Surge and just blocking them off, and just like that, it's going to be 3-0 in the map pool in 4.
Final score.
One more game.
It's unbelievable. Like, I do feel bad for Team Forbidden, but just like that, Team Temp are just on fire right now. They know what they're doing.
Literally, 4 of their 6 players were on fire.
Yep, and Smax play the game once again. Not a Genji this time, but only a soldier. But this is like, I think this was as we were talking about, like he picked up 2 kills here, he picked up the 3rd coming around here. I don't even know how that connects, but I would love to know what sensitivity he plays on, because the bullet registration was very interesting there, but did 21 offensive assists once again, doing fantastic work with the Discord.
It wasn't just watching it back on the stream, because I didn't see how it connected. What it was is he shot out his rockets while the Tracer was low. The Tracer blinked behind Soldier. He's done a full 180 and shot the Tracer with the normal pulse rifle. So he knew where the Tracer was going, and that's the level that Forbidden have got to step up to.
Yes, of course. So, guys, also, yeah, as we were talking about earlier before the game started, we are the guys from Meta Bomb also sponsored this event. If you don't know who Meta Bomb are, they do a guide on everything from Overwatch to Hearthstone to, I think they're doing like Destiny potentially as well, coming into it very soon. They do everything from tier lists of like who's the best hero to maybe who's like how to play the character, some advice, maybe some pros on there as well, write some like detailed notes of what to do or how to improve your character. But we're going straight into Elite on Tower, and this could be potentially the final map of this whole tournament, 2 rounds.
Yeah, this could be the final map, and Lijiang, out of the King of the Hill maps, Lijiang and Nepal probably see the most play, because they're some of the easier ones to play on at the end of the day. And that's what we'll see. And we're starting, I believe it's Night Garden is the first, no, Night Market is the first one that we're on. Yeah, and you'll normally what you'll see is the both teams will come meet each other in the middle, wait until that point unlocks, and normally that's what you saw when Ryan was the main tank, and they would force their way down into the choke points and then make their way and fight on the point. Now you're probably going to see, like, if they play running Winston's to Winston, it'll probably most likely be Fusions will dive the back line, and what we should see from Always Edgy is him just to back the hell away. He needs to make as much distance between him and the DPS on the side of Temp as possible, which would allow for Fusions and that to finish them off. Because if you're creating that much distance between the players and their own team and their own support, then you're going to just easily you're going to make it easy for yourself, basically. Yes,
indeed. So Linker is going to be taking out Luke straight away. So positive start going into effect. 3 kills already are going in. Made that 5 kills already are going into the effect of. Where are they? Team Forbidden, but
still got a bit of bite left in them. Still got a bit of bite.
They are still going. They're still going strong. Like it's the game never ends until the last map is played. So they still can do the comeback.
Yeah,
it's going to be very hard.
Maybe it's the kick up the arse that Forbidden needed just to step their game up again, and then we'll see if it's a case of if Larston can play out of his mind on this Genji, which he seems to be doing at the moment, and Varric on the Soldier. Maybe this is like the sort of key they needed to unlock Team Temp.
Yeah. So Larston's been playing super well so far, and of course, yes, Team Forbidden are going to have quite good control, just over 30% of this first point so far. And maybe this is one that the team or Team Temp might struggle on. Maybe it's like one you can't really judge too well, or they're maybe not practiced. Like even as like a core mix, it's very difficult to portray this map. But Larson's already going to have his ultimate available. But as I said, the Hypox, Mikey A, and Fusions are going to combine for 1 kill each. And here comes the push. Push is going to come into effect. Hypox completely shuts down Larson. Larson was going for the ultimate, but not going to be able to connect. It's just over 50% though for Team Forbidden, as they're going to have a good hold on that first point.
I mean, 50% is pretty good for your first push, but did, I think, just one-shotted with Zen's ult charge on relief, and just proving why he's probably one of the best DPSs the UK has to offer at the moment.
He's been doing it all day. It's been fantastic to watch. Did just constantly knows where the enemy is going to come from, or just natural predictions is probably the best way of saying it.
I mean, he probably doesn't hold himself to Boombox's standards. So, like, his more natural role is Soldier, Tracer, and that's where you will see him perform best.
Ultimates are going to come out into effect. Relief's going to take 1 down. Mikey 8 is going to be there though. 2 kills coming into effect. Hypox is going to be taken out there as well. Hypox is also going to take out Bad, and I think it's just utility of the ults, that Team Temp just have overall a better idea of what they're going to use and when they're going to use it.
Yeah, if you're going to try and make it as far as you can in Overwatch, you have to start getting used to your ult management, knowing when to be a dry run, knowing when you need to start popping the right ults on the defensive side. Like, for example, they're probably waiting for Larson to pop his Genji ult and did to pop his in retaliation. And when Mikey popped his, I didn't know if Always Edgy had his sound barrier at the time, but he could have popped his sound barrier just to negate that damage as well. So it's all about finding those counteracts with regards to each other's ults. Like at the moment, Diz is very flexible. He can either pop his ult to counter Varix or to counter Larson. He's not really forced who it is.
Oh, Smex is going to take out one with the McCree. First time seeing the McCree today. Smex is going to pick up one in combination with Hypox. He's going to be slashing and dashing once again, taking out there, and it's already 1-0. Oh, and Relief's going to go down right in the end, making that 1-0 straight away.
Yeah, I think
Team
we
Forbidden
could see a bit of a better fight from the side of Forbidden. And like I said, probably Night Market was one of their choices. You know, we like Night Market. Let's play on Night Market. Like some maps can entirely benefit someone else's playstyle, and for all we know, Team Temp could have had 3 maps that completely benefit them, and it's about adapting and playing well up to a good enough standard on maps that you're not entirely comfortable with.
Right, here we go. Anyway, second side as well. Really, just gonna go for the traditional tactic of maybe trying to knock them off with the nano, like rocket itself. I'm not going to be able to connect though right far. I like this idea though. Both teams are going to go for the Pharah Mercy combo. Not really going to see too much so of it right now though.
On this map in particular, Pharah is really good on Night Market. There's a lot of verticality to it, and you see Relief and Smex actually trading out there. But this one does benefit the Pharah Mercy combo. I mean, you saw there how effective Mikey A can pull it off, and you have a Genji to follow up as your 2 projectile DPS, and Smex is your hit scan. You're leading for a very, essentially quite a powerful offensive action with regards to both teams.
Well, like the issue is, you're dealing with Mikey A, like, who's in the air right now, in the combination with Luke, and then on the floor, you've got to deal with Hypox, who's like slashing you anyway, so the splash damage coming from the rockets is going to be almost kill you instantly.
I think at the moment, like, it's that aerial superiority which Mikey A has, and Mikey A has this known of 40% ahead of Relief, and Relief is just trying to be cheeky and get some, some free boops off, but it's not working out in his favour.
But they haven't really been able to shut Mikey A down. I've been watching him for the last minute, and with combination of Luke, he's just been on fire right now. Fusions and Hypox have been cleaning house on the bottom, like on the floor as well, and this isn't looking good for Team Forbidden, as they're fighting for their tournament lives, and right now they're just getting outclassed is probably the best way to say it. 2 rounds.
And that's probably what it is. It's just outclassing, and to take what you can away from it would be, okay, we may be losing this one, but like we've reiterated over the course of the last few months, is this isn't last chance saloon. Like the teams like Izen and T, Forbidden, and you could also have I've literally forgotten the name of the fourth team. Help me out here, Dave.
Oh, the 14?
So Izen and T,
I don't know. Was it I know?
No. I'm on about today. You've got, anyway, the 4 teams that are today and the 3 that don't go through. You could always enter back up again for the one at the end of July, beginning of September. And either you'll play some new teams, you may play some old teams, scrim with the other teams that you've got here as well. Improve on what you can and then come back.
Of course, like there's still one more spot available, and like online, and even then you've got the opportunity, like at the event itself, if you can get down to Birmingham for the day, you can compete at LAN, and some people like feel more comfortable playing at LAN when you know the teammate is right next to you and you could talk to him and like discuss tactics and everything.
Exactly, and it's sometimes, like you said, people feel more comfortable at LAN because the teammates there, or they can actually see what each other's doing. Sometimes at LAN, you'll see like the 2 tank players are in the middle, and then you've got the DPS on the left-hand side and the 2 supports on the right-hand side, and therefore they split it up so that one DPS can see what one tank's doing, one support can see what another tank's doing, and then the other supports and DPS can see what their partners are doing as well. And it works out quite. It's there, and it's for you to see, and it's actually, you know, you don't. The problem with stuff like this is you don't have the eyes in the back of your head. You've got to rely and have a lot of trust on your teammates to follow up on your calls or follow up on what you need them to do or get those kills. Like Larson has been probably playing out the Genji of his game in this last map. I'll give him that. His dashes and his reflex have actually been on point, and he's been able to pick up quite a few kills from just not really Dragon Blade kills, just from being a good Genji.
Yeah, definitely. They've gone for a couple of different changes. So Mikey A's gone to the Reaper this time. So maybe to shut down this Winston a lot earlier. Like, you can build your ultimate up very quickly if you are a Reaper as well. And of course, with the updates coming into play, Reaper's like self-health regen is now viable for the meta again.
I see he's viable in certain situations and on certain maps. I was playing on King of the Hill, and I think it can work on King of the Hill, and I think at one point I was on like 53 and 10 eliminations as Reaper. On the ladder, it was ridiculous.
But as you said, that EMP did get boosted. Luke's gonna slide straight in. Interesting to see he's on the Tracer for once. So not playing his traditional support characters right now. Maybe having a little bit of a change, but Luke's going to be jumping in as fusions. It's going to be sticking on the Winston. That's going to be a full team wipe coming in, and just that. Team Temp take the point once again, and Team Forbidden 40%. That's really good work. Maybe in the next fight they just need to regroup, but they got to be wary. This Mikey A has got his ultimate very close, and it could be disastrous for the side of Team Forbidden if used completely right. No.
I mean, the thing is, they have nothing to shut down the Genji Blade, but Team Temp is so far upwards. Like you see, Luke and Mikey, all so far up near the enemy spawn that the Genji Blade got nothing, and it got no kills at all, and they're killing the back line. So really, your Genji Blade probably would have been better to boost your Genji and deal with the back line.
Ooh, Larson decides to deflect Mikey A's ultimate. However, Dids, Luke, and Hyper once again combining. And then he's just going to be forced back. He's got to run all the way back to get his teammates. And the more time you're wasting here, the less fights you're going to have. Like, on the side of Dids and Hyper, well, on the side of Dids and Hyper, you've got 2 more ults. Like, there we go once again. The EMP comes into effect. Hyper's going to pick up 1. He's going to pick up a double kill and making that effect. That's 5 kills going into effect, and you got no response because you've been EMP'd. And just utility again.
See, the thing is, the Sombra can work as long as the team works around the Sombra. So that's why, like, sometimes you may not see him in a mix, or if the team doesn't think they can pull it off. Then that was dirty.
that was dirty, but that was beautiful. Like, you had all 4 people in 4 different corners. Tracer was the one that decided to pop the ultimate into effect, and 95% coming into effect. It's got to be like 2 people are still on the point. It's going to be the Tracer and the Genji available. Genji's going to go down, just leaving the Tracer. The Winston is going to try and get into the effect, but Belief is going to be fighting for his life. He's going to get 1 player down, and I do believe Forbidden will be able to take this point.
I mean, they are still contesting. You've got Dids, who's just popped the EMP on the back of the payload, and they're just able to shut down there because you've got no abilities to use, and it's very difficult to win out. Like, if you're a Tracer that gets EMP'd, you can't blink, you can't rewind. All you have to do is run around at normal speed and fire as many clips as you can. If you're a Genji, you can't dash, you can't deflect. You just got to chuck out your shurikens. If you're a DV, you can't fly away or defense matrix. The EMP is such a powerful ultimate.
Yeah, it's indeed such a powerful ultimate. So Larson's going to get your final player of the game. He did play amazingly, like he played really, really well in this like last game as well. He, like been such a good Genji there, getting the quadruple kill coming in back. But Team Temp are going to be your EGX Road